walking in to the last interview of the build-up that's taken damn near 3 years.
Yep.
Radio Rahim with Ben Shalom. I know this is not the way you wanted this day to go.
Well, look, it's been eventful. The whole build-up's been eventful. I've got a bit of a sour taste about it. I think when I can see a scale is flickering from 160 to 160 and half an ounce, but some scales only show ounces. I mean, it's that small. It just felt, and then they rushed him and said, oh, he's got 4 minutes. It just felt a little bit of games. At the end of the day, 160 and half an ounce. He's worked really hard to make that weight. I'm proud of what he's done to make that weight. And I'm looking forward to Saturday night.
Do you think that him turning up an hour late to the initial weigh-in, which is partially the reason why he didn't have enough time to get that extra 0.2 off?
Yeah, look, he turned up late and he had to come all the way from town, and I'm not making excuses, but half an ounce, like, please. Give him, he could have gone to the toilet. Give him time to go to the toilet, and he makes the weight. You know, we're not... Anyway.
To that point, I mean, I just spoke to...
governing bodies give you a couple of hours, but there's no belt on the line. So they just... That's what it was.
To that point, you said, it's the amount of weight that you're looking at with a AA battery. And so to Eddie Hearn's point, which he said, he's like, he says, I wasn't there, that, Ben was standing around, he was on Instagram, he showed up an hour late.
Chris. Chris was, yeah.
Well, Ben, Chris was an hour late. He was hanging out on Instagram, and maybe he could have made the weight if, he had taken it more serious. He made it sound like he was just kind of not taking it serious.
I think he was. I think he worked extremely hard to make that weight. What I didn't like was the laughing and joking around. The man's trying to fucking make weight, and you've got promoters that have never been in that position, never had to go through it, laughing and joking and jumping around. It was a circus, to be honest, what he came into. It was meant to be an official weigh-in behind closed doors. It was anything but. I had about 14 members of staff laughing and joking, crowding around him. Look, I'm not making excuses, but the main concern of the promoter should be the health and safety of the fighters, and Chris has worked incredibly hard to make that weight, and to try and say that he didn't because of half an ounce, it's a bit over the top. But look, for me, the whole of the country is behind Chris Eubank Jr. tomorrow night. I really believe that. I really feel that. And he feels that. And he feels that that's a weight of responsibility for him tomorrow to make sure he comes away.
If he has, as you said, done everything he could and still couldn't get off half an ounce, how much does that play a factor in what his energy level and power can be tomorrow if he's that drained?
Listen, he could have got off half an ounce, but they didn't give him an opportunity. So half an ounce is nothing. Like, you take those glasses off and there you go. So it's like, it's he did the weight. He's worked hard. He's doing things as safely as he can. And he's never missed weight in his career. And I think people need to remember that.
Can you clear up this issue with the gloves? I'm not clear on what is happening, but everybody's talking about the gloves and which ones are being used, and what's the issue here?
Look, we've got a contract for a specific type of gloves that can't be used, and we've signed that contract. So for me, it's pretty clear, They're dangerous. In our opinion, they're dangerous. And so we knew that might be coming when we made the fight, and we specified that in the contract. And so for us, it's black and white, and that's it.
Which gloves can't be used?
I'm not going to discuss confidential contracts, but we specified exactly to avoid these kind of things. And I don't know whether just messing around or whether it's just part of the game, but we've agreed and contracted that they can't be used.
Well, they're clearly not giving you a pound, much less an ounce, much less half an ounce. So I would expect you to hold them to the contract as written. It seems only fair. On the rehydration element of this thing, are you at all concerned about that being on Chris's mind tomorrow morning, it taken away from his focus, or even taken away from his ability to execute on fight night?
Chris is so focused on Saturday night. They can do whatever they want to him. They can put fireworks outside his hotel room. They can laugh and joke on his way when he does his weigh in tomorrow. They can try and do whatever crazy shit they want to do to put him off. The reality is they can't get in the ring. They can't get in the ring with Conor tomorrow night, and Chris will do their business, whatever happens.
Radio Rahim with Ben Shalom. Good luck tomorrow night. Can't wait for this fight to finally happen. I'm so glad that I don't have to talk about it anymore, and I know you're so glad you don't have to talk to me anymore. Radio Rahim with Ben Shalom. We'll see you at Tottenham Spurs Stadium tomorrow night.